So I wanted to do this video that he did of the worst games of last year. I was really curious on his takes on things. I feel like there was a lot of bad games last year. Some good ones. I'm still gonna show you the... I'm not gonna talk about the game. You know I'm not gonna talk about the game words. If I get into it, ooh, yee. Astrobot. Anyways.
Herbs, welcome back to the 10th anniversary of the Worst Game Awards. I'm FLEEKAZOID, and today we're gonna bring all your favorite franchises up on stage and execute them right in front of your eyes while all these idiots clap. Hey, yeah. All right, go ahead, bring that first one up here. Fuck you, Fable. Now, before we get into the worst games, if you're expecting Dustborn to top this list, you can go ahead and unexpect that right now. I see Dustborn on the same level as Furry, Hitler, or any of the other hundreds of random
What was that game? What the? I shouldn't even be surprised. There's some crazy stuff on Steam. Why am I even surprised? But like, I'm curious now what that game is even about. Do you play as Furry Hitler? Are you a furry that is like Hitler, or is Furry Hitler the enemy? Like, I'm so curious now.
Now, I see Dustborn on the same level as Furry, Hitler, or any of the other hundreds of random shovelware that flops on Steam every day. And if you're saying, Fleek, you son of a bitch, there's a big difference between those two, you're right. One of them has a sequel. But I'm getting off track. The point is, as far as I'm concerned, Dustborn did it right. Go kill off your own franchise with your own bullshit over there where no one will ever see it, instead of over here on a franchise I like, because that's how we get number 5, Dragon Age the Veilguard. They were so focused on making their own self-inserts that they forgot to make a fucking Dragon Age game. It had bland combat, shallow RPG mechanics, and the best part of the story is when it ends. You know it's bad when gamers...
Oh my god. I did hear, like, I've personally never played a Dragon Age game. I've wanted to, but I heard so many bad things about Dragon Age. I also saw a small clip. I think it was from the Dragon Age game. I think it was like a romance moment. I think I could be totally wrong, and it could be a different game, but it was so cringe. It was so awkward. It was like weird riz that was like way too aggressive, and I think people are so excited for this Dragon Age game. They're so excited because I know there's a lot of people that love Dragon Age. We just can't have nice things anymore. Just do what you did, but like better, just like a little better. Just improve upon your last game. You don't need to just I'm gonna go on a rant.
Gamers are more interested in what your fired employees are making. Ain't that right, Todd? Yeah,
Stop.
you short bitch. Number 4, Helldivers 2 from March to September. Now, you may be wondering why the hell this game is higher than Veilguard, and that's because they actually released a great game, then ruined it almost immediately. How the hell do you go from being this year's biggest sensation to its biggest disappointment in less than a month? It took me 20-something years to do that. Turns out it's actually pretty easy. First, they banned the game in 177 inferior countries. God bless America, American...
I forgot. Probably shouldn't pause it on this. Not complaining, but I don't know if YouTube would like it. But I loved Helldivers when it came out. I was playing it all the time. This game was so fun. And then Sony did Sony things. And then I haven't kept up with it after. I did hear the new update was pretty decent, but I think after Sony just did what they did, they banned it in so many countries. Then they were gonna make it so we have to have a PlayStation account to even play the game. And a lot of people can't make PlayStation accounts because they're like, it's banned in their country. It was so stupid. We had to yell on like Twitter and YouTube and everywhere, Reddit, just for them to be like, you know, you guys are right. You guys are smart. You know, maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we shouldn't kill our game that's doing amazing.
First, they banned the game in 177 inferior countries. God bless America, American titties, American guns, and American fireworks. Their words, not mine. And then after they cut the player count by 75%, their only question was, how do we get the other 25? By nerfing just about everything players liked, and then justifying those nerfs by saying, give it a chance. No! But it's all water under the bridge now because they unnerfed everything and dropped a fantastic new update. Yeah, 177 countries are still banned, but peace has returned to Helldivers. Motherfucker! Todd, I'm sorry about...
Okay, wait, bro. I'm so like dumbfounded by that. So they did changes. We're like, just give it a chance. One, I think things being strong in Helldivers is what makes it fun. It's chaotic, it's crazy. Like, we're just here to shoot shit and for democracy. Like, we're not, like, why are we nerfing stuff? I think it's fine if things are strong. Like, maybe not OP, like, you know, you're just destroying everything. But I think it's fine if things are strong. But I guess they saw that because they reverted their nerfs. Which is so... I think that's so embarrassing. If they did it sooner, I think it would have been less embarrassing. If they got the feedback and they're like, yeah, okay, maybe you guys, the community, are right, so we'll revert it. But it seems like they took a little bit to be like, no, just don't worry, guys. Just play with it some more. It's not bad. Ooh, but okay, so he did say the update was good though, which I have heard really good things about the new update. I haven't played though. I have not played. I think I got too disappointed and I'm like, nah. You guys hurt me. You hurt me, Helldivers. It's over.
Countries are still banned, but peace has returned to Helldive. Motherfucker! Todd, I'm sorry about what I just said before. Get up here. I got a handcrafted trophy for you. Just kidding. Bad. It's an empty box. Fuck off my stage. Go back to your booster seat. Number 3. How can we forget about this year's biggest loser, the quadruple XL flop overweight watch? Concord, did you not just hear what I said? I said die where no one else will see it. When you spend $400 million fucking dollars, now I gotta see it. Despite everyone attributing the failure of Concord to the oversaturated market of hero shooters, it actually came at the perfect time to penetrate the market. Fellas, somehow after 8 years of development hell, they managed to perfectly line up their release date to be exactly when Overwatch fell off and left a wide open door for any decent hero shooter to take their spot. Now, unfortunately,
that's so true. How did they mess it up? You had, like, Overwatch was doing so bad. Marvel Rivals was not out yet. There's no other hero shooters that are topping Overwatch. You guys had the marketing. You had it. You had, you know, you had the attention. You had, okay, new hero shooter. We're listening. Like, come on, guys. Also, I'm sorry. This might be mean. Their character designs are ugly. I said it. They were ugly. I don't know. They looked really ugly. A mishmash of, like, characters from Overwatch and other games. And I'm sorry. That might be a little too harsh. That might be mean. And the amount of money they spent in the years for it to flop so bad. I think I would retire. I'm not working anymore. I'm good. I'll pick a different career path.
Off and left a wide open door for any decent hero shooter to take their spot. Now, unfortunately for Concord, that door was not wide enough for Daw, so Marvel Rivals slipped in there instead. Here's the slow and wide. I don't need to play as characters that deadlift 400 pounds every time they get up from a chair because one's more than enough. Other than making Overwatch worse by putting its gameplay on Daw's diet and budget cutting the roster, the only unique value out of Concord was that they were gonna add weekly cinematics. Sony, not again.
That's a lot of work.
Listen, we already have 15 seasons of Man vs. Food. We didn't need to see Daw go for another 20. You finally made a game that didn't have 30-minute walk and talk alongs, and it won Game of the Year. Look at that, buddy. Todd wasn't even up there. No, it wasn't because he couldn't reach it, you know, because of his short height and all. Anyways, what I'm saying is take a hint.
My God.
Please just surrender. I'm sorry, I meant Ubisoft. Where you at? Number 2, Ubisoft. Please just surrender to Tencent already. After all those times you Frenchies surrendered, now's when you start putting up a fight? But all kidding aside, Tencent's just a new flavor of shit, pimps. But Ubisoft, you've been fucking up for years. You kind of brought this on yourself. You've ruined half your IPs, the other half you've forgotten about. And because of your NFT game, I just discovered you got Rayman somewhere doing coke off a cowgirl's ass. Listen, I'll wish list that and research that later. It's not the point. The point is they're at number 2 because Ubisoft made so much dog shit this year, I had to lump it into one worst game so they didn't take over the entire
Oh God, is this the Star Wars game? This is the Star Wars game. I was so mad. Why did they let Ubisoft make a Star Wars game? Respawn was doing so good. Their Star Wars games are so good in my opinion. I love them so much. They're so much fun. I remember initially hearing about this game. I was like, oh, a new Star Wars game? Okay. And then I saw Ubisoft. And I was like, they're gonna mess it up. And they messed it up. Of course they did.
Made so much dog shit this year, I had to lump it into one worst game so they didn't take over the entire goddamn list. This year's been a mag dump of blanks for them. They started 2024 by launching their quadruple A mobile game that cost them a couple $100 million to make, which started as a Black Flag DLC, by the way, so I guess they spent 11 years and $200 million.
I was gonna say, I'm like, why does this look like Black Flags? I was having the thought, but I was like, maybe I'm wrong. But I was like, this kind of looks like Black Flags ship gameplay. Wait, so we could have had a DLC for Black Flags? I would have loved that back in the day. Man, we missed out on we could have had a nice DLC. Well, maybe not. I just don't have faith in Ubi anymore. Like, I feel like their only good game is, like, Siege nowadays. Like, that's a current game. Even then, Siege had a lot of issues, I remember, at launch.
Which started as a Black Flag DLC, by the way, so I guess they spent 11 years and $200 million making that game worse. Then they launched the Call of Duty killer X Defiant, which was killed by Call of Duty.
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Wars Outlaws was so boring.
I forgot about X Defiant. Oh my gosh. There's so many games they made that just flopped. Like, you guys made, like, what, 3 to 4 games last year, and they all did terrible. Ubi, I think we need to have, you know, I think the CEO needs to have a conversation with y'all. Also, I remember one of you guys commented on the Assassin's Creed video. I think it was a rumor or a theory that they are doing, like, diversity hires. Which, yes, it's great to hire people of different, like, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, you know, all that stuff. It's great. That's amazing. I'd rather there be no diversity hires and they actually care about what they're making. Like, you hiring diversities is not gonna be like, yeah, Ubisoft, you guys are the best company ever because you're hiring everyone of different ethnicities and sexual orientation and blah, 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 blah. Like, please, just hire people that care, that are passionate and want to make amazing things, amazing games, because they're gonna... I won't lie, I've been having this thought that what if Ubi just becomes bankrupt in the next year or so? Like, they just tank because they're not making game sales because all their games are tanking. Like, please, Ubi, I need you to care, please. You guys used to make amazing games back in the day. You guys still got it in you, I know it, somewhere deep down.
Duty killer X Defiant, which was killed by Call of Duty. Star Wars Outlaws was so boring, not even the people who bought it played it. And they capped off the year by delaying the final nail in their coffin to 2025. Replacing their big finale instead with not one, but 2 NFT games. Be honest with me now, Ubisoft. How much of Rayman's supply did you inhale to cook up these brilliant ideas? Did you guys make this in a weekend? And if so, why? Ubisoft flopped so many games this year, now they gotta pray for some El Salvadorian cartel to launder money via snow-sniffing Rayman NFTs. Moving on. No, wait, hang on a second. I forgot that they launched Prince of Persia at the beginning of this year. Nah, it's alright. So did everyone else. But this last game is unforgettable. Truly, some magical things had to happen for this to align with our big 10th anniversary show. Things that may not have ever seemed a possibility. If you truly love video games like I do, this moment is for all of us. And the winner of this year's worst game of the year is Todd. Sit your ass back down. You can't even win a worst game award. No, Suicide Squad. Bye, Arkham Batman. At least this time.
Oh, he's so right. I was... Initially, whenever they announced this game or teased it, I was like, wait, okay, a DC game. We haven't had one since the Batman games, which those games are freaking amazing. I wish we were getting more, but I think the company shut down, right? That Rocksteady, was it Rocksteady or My Potato? And I'm forgetting. I don't remember if they got shut down or they got bought out. And then I think they did work on Suicide Squad, but which he'll probably touch on. They tried to do live service, which did not work for the Avengers game we got. I played that. That game was so bad. That game was terrible. Like, don't do live service. No, just stop. I know live service makes a lot of money because you have your battle passes and your skins and blah, blah, blah. You know, it does make you a lot of money, but it does not work for every game. We need to stop trying to incorporate things that don't work for certain game genres to game genres. Like, stop, please.
You can't even win a worst game award. No, Suicide Squad. Bye, Arkham Batman. At least this time the chair's leather. I bet you forgot this piece of shit even came out this year. So did I. I just added it 5 minutes before I was about to publish the video. Listen, I've got 3 videos on this game. I'm done talking about it. The game was bad, the cash shop was bad, and all the post-launch content was like an IV drip of cyanide. We got the Twinkler, Mr., Mrs., Freeze Fire, whatever they identify as. Then we got the social justice daughter of a hitman, and then just a chill guy. After all that, we got a regular old comic book character. Truly amazing. Their death rattle was a moment of clarity. Good for you, Rocksteady, but I'll never forget you took our Batman from Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Knight, then shot him not on a lazy boy, not on a Natusi sofa, not on a lawn chair with a soft padded seat that has floral embroidery, but on a park bench. Fuck you, Rocksteady. The only thing you should be remaking is your resume for when your studio shuts down. I will never let this go. My hate for this game is generational. I'm gonna put my hate for this game in my will so my grandkids inherit that shit. Then I'm gonna take all my anger and go have a wonderful time with my family. And I hope all you pimps have a holly jolly Christmas too. Treat yourself. Go get the new Stellar Blade update. And on January 4th at 7 p.m. EST, be sure to stop by the Fleek Awards Game Smackdown to see all these games fight in the ring. Come see Pal World fight off 20 and Nintendo's lawyers. Come see Tall Howard body slam Geoff Keighley through a steel cage. You won't want to miss it. I don't care if your firstborn son's being born. Project it onto the wall because he won't want to miss it either. January.
Oh my gosh. Very valid. I won't lie, a lot of those games I forgot about, I think because they were so bad. Like, I didn't even realize Suicide Squad came out last year. I heard about it, I saw some gameplay, it looked terrible, and I think I was like, in one year, out the other. What I don't see, I forget. It's not real if I don't see it, right? That was so good though. Oh god, I love Fleek. He's awesome.